There you go. Good evening. This is Jack at the Boxing Trainers Channel reporting, going live. I got an interesting piece of information tonight, but before I get off into that, I want to make a statement and give an apology for my um, lack of good quality and work in creating these videos. I'm actually trying to take the easy route and produce these videos. And even though um, I'm still stumbling in certain regards because I'm still relatively a little nervous, but that doesn't take away the fact that I've been actually shortchanging the audience and shortchanging myself by trying to take the easy route in doing what I do. And that's an attempt to make a vigorous presentation of the sport I love dearly, boxing. So I want to give an apology to the audience for attempting to take the easy route out and doing less work and hoping that that would be enough to get me through. Now, that is really not the type of person I really am. I didn't come from that type of background. I'm I'm a really creative person. I've been around creative people all my life, and I gathered a lot of information, a lot of discipline, and a lot of wisdom from the people who I have considered my friends. So, with that in mind, I am basically saying that I'm going to, from this day forward, when I produce a video, I'm going to do everything in my power to be punctual, accurate, and detailed. So, with that in mind, let's get to the business of boxing. Now, November 15th, Showtime pay per view is putting up a one of the remaining fights of the year, and uh, that would be David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. Uh, that's November 25th again. Uh, I'm gonna start doing the stats and making sure that people understand the nature of what I'm saying, and uh, I'm going to be more in detail on what I'm saying. So let's get to the stats. 27. David Benavidez is 27-0. He's 26 years old, 6'1". He have a 67-inch reach. He's right-handed. He's 23 KOs. Uh, his opponent, Demetrius Andrade, is 32-0, 35 years old, 6'1". He has a 67.6 uh, reach. He's a southpaw. Wow. He has 19 KOs. And this is going to be a good fight. I mean, one of the fights that I think people have really been clamoring for. You know, it's like today in the world of boxing, right? We've been basically being fed fights that for this year have been pretty darn good, I'll say. But in the past, we haven't been getting the best of the professional fighters had to offer. And that's because, in my opinion, the promoters are like squandering, trying to do fights and make the most out of the fights economically, so that they can stress the war chest. And I understand that, but let's get real. The fans are paying to see good fights repetitively. So, with that in mind, I would like to say that this fight is one of the competitive fights that I think the fans want to see. Uh, David Benavidez is 32-0, like I said. Both of them are undefeated, right? But the interesting thing about this fight is that David Benavidez is like 76. He has a 76 arm. He has a 76 arm reach, and Demetrius Andrade has a 73.6 arm reach. So that gives Davis Benavidez a couple of inches more than Demetrius Andrade. I said that to say this. Davis Benavidez has an excellent jab. And in order to make a competitive fight against Demetrius Andrade, because Demetrius Andrade is really slick, he's going to have to be consistent with his jab, right? I mean, that's really not kind of like David Benavidez' style. David Benavidez is a boxer that wants to control the opponent's movement, right, and move forward, move the opponent backwards. He uses his jab, but he also uses his arsenal, which is every punch in the book, right? I'm saying David Benavidez, he's slick. He's slick, and he can more than likely maneuver David Benavidez. But the thing that it concerns me about David Benavidez is that 2-inch arm reach. It's going to be the prevailing factor in this fight. I'm telling you, if he uses his jab more than he uses his feet to come forward and move Demetrius Andrade's back, it'll have a better effect on how he moves Demetrius Andrade. So with that in mind, I'm kind of thinking that David Benavidez would have an edge in that regard. So with that in mind, I'm not going to say that that's going to be enough to overcome the slick movement of Demetrius Andrade, because Demetrius Andrade is really slick. He has a mindset of a professional boxer. I didn't say fighter, I said boxer. And I've mentioned this before. There's a difference between a boxer and a fighter. A boxer tends to use a lot of psychology to outwit his opponent to the point where he gets him in the position that he wants him in, and he gets off, right? This doesn't mean that David Benavidez wouldn't be able to figure him out. What I'm saying is, as my case, my history with Demetrius Andrade is that's going to be a tough fight because Demetrius Andrade's wit is superior to none, in my opinion. So that's going to be an interesting fight. And at this juncture, I believe that it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Either one of these guys can win this fight. Both of them are extremely seasoned and extremely good. So we're looking forward to that fight. Now, there's an undercard. There's an undercard on this fight too. A good undercard as well. Look who's coming back. Jermell Charlo is fighting Jose Benavidez. David Benavidez' brother. And Jermell Charlo is 32-0. 32-0. He's 33. He has a 67.6 reach. He's a right-hander. Has 22 knockouts. Jose Benavidez, on the other hand, 28 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. 31 years old. He's 6'2". He has a 67.8 reach, and he's also a right-hander. He has 19 knockouts to his war chest. Now, this is going to be a pretty good fight, notwithstanding the fact that Jermell Charlo has been off, right, for I want to say pretty close to a couple of years. Now, I could be wrong about that, but he's been off for a good while. But what makes this fight interesting is Jose Benavidez has an arm reach is not as compelling as Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo has a 1.6 inch arm, which isn't much. But the thing about Jermell Charlo is he can work that jab. And if memory serves me correctly about Jose Benavidez, he doesn't move well against an extremely good fighter that uses that jab. Now, I'm not saying that's going to totally immobilize him, because it shouldn't. He's a professional fighter. He should be able, in time, to figure that jab out. And if in the event that he does, he's a pretty powerful super middleweight, right? I remember him and Terrence Crawford fought it out in the ring. Of course, he got knocked out, but he showed an outstanding. He showed an outstanding performance for, I think it was like either the 11th or 12th round that Terrence Bud Crawford knocked him out. But the fact of the matter is Jose Benavidez is good. He's a good fighter, and we expect it to be a good fight as well. There's another undercard. Let me see if I can. Matis, Igasov, super lightweight, 12-round championship. Now, Mathis is a pretty decent fighter. I don't know that much about his opponent, but he's a pretty decent fighter. And this is for a belt. It's an undercard, but it's on the undercard, but it's for the lightweight, super lightweight championship, 12-round. That is strange, but not really. It's IBF championship, 12 rounds. Okay. Matis is 31. He's 5'8", 71.7 arm reach. He has 19. He has 19 wins. One loss? He has one loss, actually, and one loss. Igasov is 31. He's 5'10". He's also right-handed. He has 23 wins, no losses. Now this kid is pretty good. He's had multiple championships. Now this is on the undercard, like I said, and I think that this whole card is a good card comparatively speaking, and what has been brought to the table lately. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm doing the best I can, and I'm going to do better, because this is what I want to do. I want to be the best at what I do, to make a point, to show that anything that a person puts their mind to, anything a person puts their mind together to do, they can do it. So with that in mind, I appreciate it very much if you hanging there with me. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. That was pretty good.